Oh, yeah. Hey there, guys and gals. Vegan dolls. Tensions may be rising, but my hunger is rising. It's dinner time, and I, Mac Hard, the most powerful Les, gonna have my dinner with y'all. I'm gonna put my eating on display. All right, but real quick, I'm just gonna make sure that everything's good with the stream. Videos nice and even. Make sure that that audio is good. Can we hear the tinny tink tink of my fork against the plate? Let me get some water down the hatch in my gullet to give my food something to swing when it gets down there into my belly. All right. Now, sun is going to set here soon. All the squirrels have been fed, so it's time for this Les to have her main course. There was an appetizer of coos, and there will be a couple courses of dessert, of course. All of the same family, Poon Nancy, and Poonanny. So let's get into this lovely meal. I've got some barbecue pork chops done up real nice in the cast iron skillet. Got some simple baked beans with a little onions in there. And let me show you here my favorite. This is a Creole tomato, cucumber, and basil salad. Let me hold that up there. Look, those colors are looking so beautiful. Now, Creole tomato is something specific to down here on the Gulf Coast in Louisiana, and they're juicy, they're succulent, and they're full of flavor, not like these piss poor tomatoes that you're going to get at the supermarket. It's basically just a ball of water. And this basil, I grew it in my own garden. I got basil leaves the size of a little woman's foot. Okay, basil leaves this big. So I'd say I didn't skimp on the basil in there. I probably got 3 big fat leaves in there. Let's get a taste. I like to, when I eat, get perfect bites. All right, just like when I'm eating a twat, I like to get a little of the labia majora in there with enough of the labia minora and enough of the clitoral hood and clitoral nerve right in my mouth. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some of this Creole tomato, get some of this cucumber, and make sure we get basil on there. And sometimes I might even reach into the bowl and put that basil on there. Let's get one perfect small bite just to tantalize the senses. That basil is so aromatic. Just like I'll be later, Raymond. You know what time it is. Welcome. Let's get into this pork chop here. Slicing right through like butter. Now, I didn't slather it in sauce. I do like a good condiment. But tell you what, when you put something in that cast iron skillet, that infuses flavor. You don't need to drown it in dressing or gussy it up with sauce too much. Yeah, pork chop's good. It's not dry. It's retained its moisture. And I do like to keep juice in my baked beans. Okay, I'm a big juice connoisseur. Twat juice being my favorite, of course. But baked bean juice, I like a good fruit juice. Yeah. And sometimes I just like to get, I'm not really too picky with my beans, okay, that I eat. Now, I like to lick a bean and flick a bean, and I'll spend time doing that. But I'm not really into soaking beans overnight and cooking them for 10 years, unless it's a very special occasion. But for right now, these do good. They're just a little sidecar, a little assistance, a little supporting actor to the lead, which is my pork chop. But I do just want to say, this Creole tomato cucumber basil salad, it's got a little bit of vinegar in it. Red wine vinegar. That just makes the tongue pop. Especially if I was eating poon before I eat dinner. That's a fun little tug of war in my mouth. Okay? There's still some twat juice in there. Mix it in with the vinegar, and then the basil is so aromatic, so it really makes for a fun time in my mouth. I had a nice rack of ribs last night, Raymond. You enjoy those pork ribs, because I do. I enjoy the flesh of a little piggy so much I'll have it 2 or 3 nights in a row. You know, and I like to make sure that the meat comes from a reputable, trustworthy source. I'm never going to get a meat product from a discount store. Now, I got no problem getting dry goods and sundries from such a store. But when it comes to produce, well, produce I like to grow myself as much as I can. Down here on the Gulf Coast, you got to really get to know the weather and the earth. You got to move your plants around. I keep my garden mobile. It's very rare that I will plant something right in the ground. I got about 10 different basils. Most of them are in half-gallon buckets, and I rotate them around. It gets so hot here, you want to keep them getting just enough sunlight, but not let any of my babies, my aloes, my basils, my calanchos, my ornamental peppers, which are banging right now, banging and beautiful. Probably one day I'll bring in an example, show you guys my garden, maybe take the stream outside, say hi to some of the squirrels. I got some beautiful ginger lilies out there. Haven't taken the time to consume any of it yet, but I'm looking forward. The beans and the pork go so good together. It's like they were made for each other. It's like me and countless twats made for each other. Match made in heaven. And I find it's good. The beans are pretty sweet, and so is this barbecue sauce. So the vinegar is a nice trade-off. I like to cleanse my palate, not just before I eat dinner and after I eat dinner. I like to do it all the way through. That's real good. I'm going to get, you can see that nice color, right? I find some of the tomatoes you get at the store, get inside, they're all pale. They're not robust. And they don't pop in your mouth. I take a bite of one of these and it just squirts and oozes right into my mouth. I never get tired of that. I never get tired of juice squirting and oozing into my mouth. And it's been a busy day. It's been a very busy day. I've been working very hard on my Aragonian Templar healer on Elder Scrolls. Okay? Not sure if any of y'all are familiar with ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. But it's a very engaging game. My favorite MMO, to be sure. So I've been running dungeons. I ran Spindle Clutch, Banished Cells, the Fungal Grotto. I was healing the shit out of everybody. I had a couple tanks out there. Had wild hairs up their asses. They just wanted to run through mobs and pull them all back to me and the mages. And, you know, they put up their fight. I had some good DPS out there. And I had some good tanks. I actually had a tank who left in the middle of a dungeon run. Grace B, we got a new guy in. Teleported right to our spot. And we finished the dungeon. Raymond, I don't have onion in this salad right now. If I had a red onion, I probably would have put a little bit in there. But I tell you, I would be missing it more if I didn't have this basil. I wish I could pass you a leaf right through the screen because it really, I wasn't even thinking about that until you mentioned it. It's a good point, and I'm glad you did. But I'm not even missing it. But yeah, red onion, tasty, tasty. And there's a little heat in there. A couple of my little ornamental peppers. You shave those off real nice. And I think there's a little Tony Chachere's on there. Just to put a little hint of spice. Just a little hint. I don't want to be fanning my mouth every time I eat, but I do like to feel a little something going on in there. I feel like I've been neglecting these pork chops. I want to let them. I don't want to let them rest too much and get cold. Welcome, Aiden. Welcome to my dinner. Let me get some water here. But yeah, the more I think about it, coming up here soon, I'm going to take one of these streams outside and we're going to tour the garden. We're going to look at the yard. There's various flora and fauna out there and animal life. I got birds. I got squirrels. There is a clutch of box turtles. I would venture to say because of the heat, they're probably going to hatch in the next week or so. So we'll be looking forward to that. Watched their mama lay the eggs about 22 days ago, and I fixed an old-fashioned milk crate over it and drove it down with some stakes to prevent any of the local possums or armadillo or occasional raccoon, any of the night wanderers who might come through the yard. I don't want them eating them little eggs. I'm looking forward to watching them turtles hatch out and go about their lives in the nature that is my backyard. Let me recap for Aiden. Aiden, I got some barbecue pork chops that were done up in the cast iron skillet, a little bit of baked beans, and right here, the crown jewel. As I'm eating, everything's good, but this cucumber, tomato, Creole tomato, and basil salad with a little red wine vinegar. Basil straight out of my garden, and I'm really loving it. So you guys will see the garden. See the little creatures who live out there. My yard has really become a true sanctuary for many of the creatures in nature. I'm going to just get a couple bites of this, all right? That's really good. I like to slather my pork chop all through the bean juice, much like my tongue up through twat juice. I put my pork chop in the bean juice. It's really good. If any of y'all are of a mind to cook for yourself and do not have a cast iron skillet, I encourage you to get one. They're not as pricey as you might think. Sounds like it would be an expensive purchase, but you can find a good size one at a very economical fee. I've been cooking in mine every day. This is not my first, but I utilize mine every day. Even cook your eggs in there. Speaking of eggs, pretty sure it was a delve I had to go into for a quest today. Some nefarious rogue Argonian tribe had stole clutches of eggs out of Bright Throat Village. So, of course, they called upon me, or Bones Brennan, my Templar, and the Argonians are the little lizard people. So I got a little tongue. Now I know my healer on ESO. I know she could lick a bean with the best of them. Might even be jealous of her abilities if she wasn't me by extension. Yeah, I had to go save those little baby lizards from some bad other lizards. There's always something trying to poison me in Murkmire. That's a little area that the Orgonians hail from. It's kind of a nice change up. I also have a level 40 Stormcaller mage, full lightning mage, shock damage, all that. Not like her, but it's kind of a nice change of pace, getting out of the hoity-toity high elf lands of their nice, perfect cobblestone roads and their marble spires and being down in the swamps. Kind of reminds me of real life down here on the Gulf Coast. So that's what I've been doing today. Worked up quite an appetite. Got a lot of toiling I want to do in the yard, but I'll tell you what, it's 91 degrees here with well, I'm scared because it's probably about 85% humidity now, and I know come August, the end of July, it's going to be up in 90% humidities, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to probably wrap some duct tape around my hangers and pull them up, and then run that duct tape over my shoulders like a homemade suspender, and then affix it to my buttocks or my pants, because I'm not going to be able to abide the amount of sweat that pools up underneath my hangers in this heat. But I got things to do. I'd say this spring and the beginning of summer, I took down about maybe 9 to 10, older than a sapling, but small enough I could bring it down with my hatchet instead of calling in the big guns. I did have to have a company come in and take down a dead oak tree that was on the corner of my property. Wanted to get that out of the way before hurricane season. It always behooves everyone's safety to make sure that all dead trees are off their property before storm season sets in. So I'm getting the yard more appropriate for that. The vines down here, my God, they grow every single day. If I wasn't so busy bringing little gals to orgasm on the daily, I might have a little more time to cut back the vines more than I do. But I got wild blackberries. Those are delicious. Those on some ice cream. There's been on occasion that I have been with a woman who has recently had a child, and I'll let her squirt a little breast milk on those fresh picked wild blackberries. Just give it a little right on there. That's good. You put it in the freezer, gets a little breast milk, frost to frost crust on the blackberries. Oh my God, you don't know what you're missing. Raymond, I know you're out there thinking right now, how can I get my hands on a lactating woman? Because you want them blackberries. I know. I love eating things that come from the land that I toiled. This basil and these peppers, they have truly been a labor of love, and it's paying off right now. Whoa. Better warn that little gal coming over after dinner. I got some heat on my tongue. Best be prepared, little missy. Oh, yeah. Just going to get into this pork chop and put it down. Oh, yeah. Been neglecting my water intake. Raymond, I have every faith in you. You will enjoy the exact type of dessert you want. Now I'm feeling that spice. Those peppers, I am feeling it in my nasal passages, but it's not unwelcome. It's not unwelcome at all. You want to keep all the holes in your body lubricated, not gushing at all times. But no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, you don't want a dry, cracked, dusty hole, whether it's in your face or your genitals. And I'm confident that we can all agree on that. I do love to eat. And I'm glad I can eat and hang out at the same time. Now, this salad bowl was damn near full. Yeah, these little ornamental, I think they're some version of a Chinese ornamental pepper I got right. They're just the perfect amount of heat. You register that you're hot, your lips are tingling, your tongue is dancing, your eyes might water a little bit, depending on if you leave all the seeds in there, and you will feel it in your nasals, but it doesn't incapacitate you. It really elevates wherever it is you put it in. I put it in damn near everything. My pasta sauce and my eggs every morning, basil and peppers. And the basil and the peppers go so well together. Yeah. Yeah. A little fresh red raw onion in there would have been a nice addition. Something to look forward to for next time. Get all that vinegar. Now, that vinegar, it's nice at the end of the meal. You just shoot that shit right down your throat. Oh, yeah. That's a nice fatty part. I really like the fat. I like the fat. I like a pair of fat thighs clamped around my cheeks when I'm going to town on the poon train. And I like a little fat on my pork chop right there with the meat. And that little sweet, silky fat. Oh, yes. I must say I'm very satisfied with this meal. And there ain't going to be none left. I always try to drink at least 8 ounces of water. I mean, I'm drinking water constantly, every minute, every day. But I want to take down at least 8 ounces with my meal to just keep it flowing, okay? I don't like things getting stuck in the esophagus, okay? Vagina juice is fine to get stuff in my... Let me tell you, if you've been eating poon for a couple hours, then you go and you're done, and then you kind of hawk up a loogie, but that loogie tastes like that gal. Them's the things life's made of. Some of the things, okay? Life's made of a lot of things. And luckily for me, I can fit in a lot of vagina into my life. We're making our way here. Try to get as much sauce off this plate. Yep. I have to give the old nose a little dab. Those hot peppers are doing its job. And we got a nice market here in town. Family owned, but they got a couple in the region. So it's a nice marriage of small town, family owned market, but not without the items you would get in a heavy, large metropolis. I've been to some small towns where they just don't have everything you might want. Can't stay down with that. We're getting there to the home stretch. Look at that. I'm always sad when I run out of beans. Rocotillo. That sounds intriguing. I'll have to look into those, Raymond. Rocotillo ornamental peppers. Nice, 4 years. I've got some second generation plants and some first generations, but The original pepper actually came from just one little tip of a branch of this pepper plant, big, huge, outside of a restaurant. Just snapped off the tip, threw it in some soil, not even anything special, and it started growing. And now we'll save the seeds from the biggest ones and replant them. So definitely this year I have seen a sizable increase in the size, the length and diameter of these peppers. So I'm looking forward to even the next couple years. That's encouraging that you got 4 years out of yours. I'd like to keep them going forever. I probably won't be putting them in any gal's tootie hole. I'll do frozen fruit all day, but I'm not trying to burn the delicate inside of a lady's canal. Okay, we don't want to. I'm not into disrupting pH balance for more than, I mean, that would last. I'll disrupt the pH balance of a vagina for a few minutes, but only if I can get it right back there to where it needs to be. And I do keep a couple test strips on hand to just pop right in there just to make sure. Right. Bonnet peppers. Rocotillo. I'm going to look that up. I'm very interested. I thank you for sharing that information with me. I do love some water. And I got a spare right on hand. Right on hand. All right, this is the final home stretch. Let's get into this. Whoa. Well, there you go. Might have wondered where I was going to put those last 2 bites, but we're just going to put it where that air was. Got a nice gin and some blueberry lemonade for company later. So I look forward to a quick digestion of this meal so I can get to eating other things. Damn, that's good. Man, oh man. All right. I'm down to my last bite of everything. And I always take a second because I'm like, what do I want to eat last? I don't like to have food remorse. Okay. I've been saving the beans. I think I'm going to do pork chop. No, we're going to do salad because I'm going to shoot this vinegar down after. So we want to clean the palate of that. So let's get the salad. You can see I got them big crushed black pepper flakes in there. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. All right. Let's get the pork chop. Get it all in the bean juice. Drag it through like this was a gal dripping from me. And then I'm just slapping my tongue up and down her labia and nibble on that juicy morsel. All right. Oh, yes. As you can see, all done. Now let's wash it down. And let's have some of this juice. I don't want to take all the black pepper in, so I'm going to use my teeth and lips as a filter here, but I do want to chase this meal with this vinegar. It's good vinegar that soaked up the basil and soaked up the tomato, the Creole tomato, and that cucumber. Yeah. No. Huh. Yeah. That's good. See, I left all the pepper in there. Man. Oh, man. That was a good dinner. That was a tasty dinner. And I appreciate all who had it with me and who will be viewing it at a later time. I did. I took that down like all four labias, the minor and the major. I'll tell you what, if I'm really working, sometimes I'll get that. The girl's got a real fatty that mons pubis. I'll get that in too. I'll encompass it all. But you guys all know like how I like to role play Ripley and the face hugger. Sometimes I'll be Ripley. Sometimes I'll be the face hugger. All right. Well, this old Les is going to go digest Dream of the Poon coming her way. And I'll be looking forward to the next time that we converse. And Raymond, especially, I do appreciate the knowledge about the peppers, and I look forward to learning what I can about them. And you too have a great day and night. Great everything till we meet again. Sniff before you lick and enjoy what you do, my friends. Sayonara from the most.